Welcome to this edition of Let's Talk Networking. I'm Terry Lee Harrison, and I am passionate about helping business owners, solopreneurs, and coaches to be able to network in the most dynamic, lucrative way. We are ending a series. This is 5 days in a row of talking about top strategies to build your business in online networking. We'll review them super quick, the first 4, and finish out our 5th. Hope you all are having a fantastic week so far. So our top 5 strategies over the last few days have been, so if you've missed them, you can go back and find them. So just first of all, in the online networking work, oh my goodness, guys, in the online networking world, it is vital to know others and be known on social media. That's one. Number 2, to grow your network online, set a goal of how many new power partner connections that you want to connect with every day. We're going to focus on quality, not quantity. Number 3, to grow your network, set a goal of how many professionals that you've met in the past that you want to reconnect with. These are all very powerful, very different too, right? Number 4, participating in online groups like on Facebook and LinkedIn. This is an excellent way to grow your business network beyond the other networking that you do in groups or events that you go to, whether that's face-to-face or online, right? So the last one is the concept of tying in and thinking about that the content you produce and that you share that's memorable. It helps people along the get you, know you, like you, trust you factor, right? They feel like they know you because you're out doing the things, producing the content. So I would suggest that through everything you do, it's an opportunity for people to get to know you. So it might be the lives you broadcast. It might be the quotes and posts you share. When I see people post quotes, it tells me a lot about them, where they are, what they're thinking, right? I feel like it helps me get to know them better. How about the articles you write? If you're a writer, articles and like long posts, they can be your jam, right? And if you are someone who loves to speak, podcasts and lives, that's your jam, right? We all don't have to have all the jams. Just pick what's your jam and stick in your lane, right? And then it also can be the podcast guesting that you do, the LinkedIn, or maybe LinkedIn Live, but the live guesting that you do that people find out about you, right? And it could be also people get to know you through the ebook or the checklist that you offer. How many of you have a lead magnet? That's a way for people to get to know you and you're adding value to people. So think about, well, how are you showing up? And could you show up differently, knowing that this is actually part of that relationship building, if you will, that you're going to be doing in your online networking. So let's talk about 2 keys to reduce the overwhelm when producing memorable content. So you all know that I think you know, if you've been following, you know that back on June 1st, I decided on a whim to go live or produce a video, share a video every day consistently for 90 days throughout the summer here of 2021. And I was, at the time I committed, at the time I announced it, at the time I put it in my calendar, I don't have a total plan for those 90 days, everybody. So what I want to invite you to do is, like, if I'm at day 21 though now, the content that I've done, I've had a few guests, right? And I've gone through several series. So this is what I want to invite you to do, is leverage the content that you have already produced. People seeing something today on LinkedIn Live, on Facebook Live, it's not going to be the same people that have consumed a webinar you did where you had these points you talked about, right? So take your key expert advice and see how you can leverage it. So you can transcribe audio to put it in writing. There's services like rev.com, that's $1 a minute, and temi.com, that's a little bit less. Temi does not involve the human element in the transcription, so it's a little messier. But may I share? Lately, I've gone in Word and hit the button to, I don't know if it's transcribe, but there's a button in my version of Word that when I put something up, it does a super job. It does a super job of transcribing right into a Word doc. I just like put my phone there and let it fly, and I step away. Wow, it's so cool, right? So please, you don't have to make up something new every single day. What kind of pressure is that? You also don't have to post every single day. Like, you decide on different platforms, you're going to post in a different way. Okay, so if you are someone who has the audio, you can transcribe it and use it in writing. And if writing is not your jam, this is a great way to go. This is a great way to go. Likewise, what if you take your written posts and then you share that content? And you can share it in multiple ways. You know, you can use it and talk and do a video, do a live, use it as on a podcast. You can also take that written information and like make a explainer video. Like, it'll show up in a different way if it's written with all the things in the explainer video versus what you said. I promise people will find it, different people will find it in different ways. It's just amazing how people can find and consume content. The same people that love to listen to podcasts are not the same people that are on there watching videos on different platforms. Isn't that good to know? Whoosh, takes out so much over the overwhelm. And then lastly, don't think you have to wake up every single day and like post. I think most of you know this, but pre-schedule your posts, pre-plan them, pre-schedule them, load them up. There are several services you can use. There is Hootsuite. There is Publer. There are so many services that you can use to be able to load up your posts for the week, for the month, and just step away and be ready to go, right? Do your things. Don't be caught up that you have to spend hours on social media every day. I hope that this gives you the opportunity to think through that. Yes, my goodness, my content is important because that's how people are finding me. That's how they're building relationships with me. When people refer people to me, they're going and looking at my pages and seeing what I'm about and what I'm up to. So we want to look at how we're showing up. So what I'm going to ask, and I invite you to put it in the comments, what have been some strategies that have helped you networking in the online world? We've been in the whole world went online about 1.5 years ago now, 18 months ago, right? So I'd love to hear some of your strategies. And if you have any questions for me about online networking, please post them below. I'd love to answer them in a future live. So I want to wish you all a great rest of your day. And as we go to close out, for those who are just getting to know me, if you have questions, if your networking doesn't seem to be working well for you, book a time to chat. I'd love to talk. BookTerryLee.com. If you'd like to explore some ways that we could possibly work together, I invite you to visit TerryLeeHarrison.com. And if you have not yet visited our amazing Team Referral Network virtual chapters, I would love to invite you to be my guest. You can find our follow-up. Is that what we want us to talk about, guys? Is that what we want? We can totally do some follow-up. I have a whole panel I want to bring on to talk about follow-up. If you'd like sorry, I get excited. If you'd like an invitation to visit our global online referral community, you can find our list of days and times that we meet at vteamnetwork.com or message me. I'd be happy to give you a personal invite. It would be my pleasure. In closing today for this edition of Let's Talk Networking, our closing quote for the series is, when you've figured out what you want to ask for, do it with boldness, confidence, and certainty. So everyone, make it a great day. See you tomorrow.